Hi everyone. So today we'll be deriving the formula for surface area, curved surface area and volume of frustum of a cone. So for that you see I've taken a cone ODC. O is the vertex and H1 is the height of the cone, vertical height of the cone, and L1 is the slant height of the cone. Now from this cone, with the help of a horizontal cross section through AB, this upper part of the cone is removed, that is OAB. If OAB part is removed, then what is left? ABCD will be left, and that is nothing but the frustum of the cone. So actually that I have shown you. So we will get a figure like this. So that means at this part, this horizontal section, this upper cone is removed, then this one is left, that is frustum of a cone. Then I have taken the radius of this top circle is to be R2 and radius of the bottom circle R1. And this slant height of the frustum I have taken to be L, and the vertical height is, that is a point joining the bottom circle and the top circle. Center of the two circles is to be the H. So the dimensions of the frustum, so what is the frustum? Frustum is ABCD. ABCD is left with vertical height, or let me read dimensions. That is vertical height H, I have taken slant height L, and the radii of the two faces, circular faces, top face and the bottom face, R1 and R2. R1 is the bottom face and R2 is the radius of the top face. So these are the dimensions of the frustum of the cone. So first of all we will derive the formula for curved surface area. CSA means curved surface area of the frustum of cone, and that should be this. So for that what we do, that is CSA of ABCD frustum is nothing but CSA of cone, the bigger cone ODC minus OAB, of cone OAB. So that means, as you see, if I subtract, this is the total curved surface area, and if I subtract the curved surface of the top cone, whatever will be left will be the curved surface area of the frustum. So we will be using this basic thing, concepts. So this will be what? So CSA of cone will be CSA of the frustum. CSA of cone ODC, that is ODC, the bigger cone. Formula we know pi, radius is your R1 and the slant height is L1. Pi RL is the CSA of cone. So pi R1 L1 minus pi for the smaller cone OAB, R2 is the radius, and what will be the slant height will be L1 minus L. L1 minus L. As it is obvious from the diagram, L1 was this one, and so if I subtract it, I will be getting this as this. So this is the CSA of frustum using the formula for cone. So now I have to simplify to get this form. So how you do this, you see. So this is equal to, I can, let me open it, pi R1 L1 minus pi R2 L1 minus 1 is plus pi R2 L. Okay. Now this L1 I can take common. So in the next step I write pi L1, then what is left? R1 minus R2. And let me keep it as it is. Okay. Now you see, our formula should be in the dimensions of frustum. So you see, so L1 here, this L1 is not in the dimension. So I think that L1 has to be removed, has to be eliminated. So for that what I will be doing? So here I have to use the similarity of triangle concepts. So as you see, triangle OPB, this triangle will be similar to triangle OQC. this is Q, OQC, and you know how, it is by angle criteria, because this AB is a horizontal line, horizontal to the base, so this is 90, this is 90, and this angle will be common. So by AA they are similar, therefore I can take, because here I have to relate with slant height to radii. So slant height from this to triangle, or actually I can take this one also, OPA also, all the same. This is 90 and this is common. So let me take OPA and OQD, all the same, but I did okay. So I will be taking ratio of the sides OA to OD. So OA to OD will be equal to, I will now have to take radii, so AP by DQ, AP by DQ. Okay, so OA now, therefore OA is your L1 minus L, OD is your L1, AP is your R2, this is also R2, and this is your O is your R1. So R2 by R1. So now I will simplify. L1 by L1 is 1, sorry. If I split into terms, that is L1 is 1 minus L by L1 is R2 by R1. The next step, what will I do? I will take 1 to, or this L by L1 to other side. So it will therefore become L by L1, go to that side, so plus, and this will come to this side, so it will become 1 minus R2 by R1. This will be nothing. So in the next step, what will I get? L by L1 will be R1 minus R2, R1 minus R2. So now I have to express L1 in terms of this. What will be L1? Therefore, I can write, let me erase this. So by intermediate steps, after simply doing the intermediate steps, for the final step, I have to express L1. So L1 is equal to L into R1, L into R1 upon R1 minus R2. Say equation 2 and say this is okay. So I will be using equation 2 to replace the value of L1 by this here. So it is pi. So in place of L1, I will be writing L into R1 by R1 minus R2 into R1 minus R2 plus pi R2 into L. So these two getting cancelled. So we are left with this. So next step, pi L R1 plus pi R2 L, or finally I take pi L common. So R1 plus R2. So hence it is proved, or it is derived. That is in this way. Okay. Now one more thing. What about the value of L? You see, if you see, this is a right triangle as you see. So if I apply, and this is your H, and this one is this total R1 minus R2. This much is your R2. So this is your R1 minus R2. This is H. So by Pythagoras theorem, L square will be equal to H square plus R1 minus R2 whole square. So this L is equal to H square plus R1 minus R2 whole square by Pythagoras theorem. So if I know the radii of the two faces, two circular faces of the frustum and the height of the frustum, with the help of this formula, we can find out the value of the slant height. So that by putting this value, I can calculate the curved surface area. So this is derivation of curved surface area. Now similarly, I will be deriving the volume formula. Similar way. So here also I will be doing, instead of CSAR, now I will be writing volume. Volume of this cone minus this cone. Same thing. So the formula will be different now. So volume of frustum, volume of the bigger cone ODC, we know the formula 1/3 pi r square h, and for the bigger cone R1 is the radius, so R1 square, and height of the bigger cone is H1. So this minus 1/3 pi for the smaller cone. R2 is the radii of the sun, so pi R2 square, and what is the height of the smaller cone will be H1 minus H. H1 is this and H, so H1 minus H. H1 minus H. So put the formula of cone. So similar will be simplified by taking 1/3 pi. Okay, let me open first. 1/3 pi R1 square H1 minus 1/3 pi R2 square H1 minus plus 1/3 pi R2 square H. So I have opened this. Now again I have to see what can I take common. So here this H1 is unwanted. So I will be taking H1 common from this same process. So 1/3 pi H1 R1 square minus R2 square, and keep it as it is because in this term all are the dimensions of the first term of cone. So again here I have to replace this H1 by formula like this. So here also this same procedure, these triangles are similar. So now I will be taking OP by OQ. And what is OP? OP is your H1 minus H, H1 minus H, and it is H1. So in case of volume, I will be taking these two. In case of curved surface, I have taken these two. Now I will be taking these two because here H is there. So by the same process, that is when I will be considering these two, it will become 1 minus H by H1 will be R2 by R1. So by the same process, it will become like this. Okay. Or H by H1 is equal to 1 minus R2 by R1, or I can write R1 minus R2. So therefore I can write using this 1/3 pi, what will be H1? H into R1, H into R1 upon R1 minus R2. Similar to this process only. So if I simplify, yes. So we'll be getting this. If I cross multiply, your H1 is equal to H into R1, H into R1 by R1 minus R2. So equation say 3. So using equation 3 here, I will be getting this. Now this is A square minus B square, so I can write in this way: A plus B into A minus B. Okay, then lastly, this is as it is. So these two getting cancelled. Now let me open 1/3 pi H R1 into R1 square plus 1/3 pi H R1 into R2 into lastly 1/3 pi R2 square H. So in the last step I take common 1/3 pi H, so I am left with R1 square plus R1 R2 plus R2 square. Hence the formula for volume is derived. So this derivation is important, I have shown you, because this concept of using similarity of triangles, this will be useful in solving some questions from this chapter. Okay, so this is the derivation. So we will be doing some question from first term problems. So the first question that I have taken, the slant height of a first term of a cone is 4 cm. And the perimeter of its circular ends are this and this. You have to find the curved surface area. So actually what is given, so this is the first term. So this is say R2 and this is R1 and this is your L. And this is given to be, this L is given to be 4 cm. R1, R2 are not given. Instead R1, R2 what are given? The perimeter of the circle, that means this perimeter, this circumference, these are given. That means what are given, let me write. So given slant height L is 4 cm and Perimeter means twice pi r. Twice pi r1 is the bigger one, so I am taking 18 centimeter, and twice pi r2 is given to be 6 centimeter. These are given, and you have to find this one, curved surface. So now this curved surface area, to find CSA of the cone. So the CSA formula we know, CSA of the first term, pi L R1 plus R2. Now since R1, R2 are not given, so we can find out R1 by putting the value of pi 22/7, but we can avoid the calculation. If you observe, there is pi into R1, that means this can be written in this. If I take it L and take pi inside, it will be pi R1 plus pi R2. So this thing you need to observe. So from this I can get what will be pi R1. Pi R1 will be 9 centimeter and pi R2 will be 3 centimeter. So instead of finding R1 and R2, I can write them in this way. So now I can very easily put the values. L is our 4 and pi R1 is 9 and this is your 3. So it is 4 into 12 and that is your 48. And the unit will be centimeter square. So in this way, just without finding the values of R1 and R2, I can do in this way. So you need to observe the formula and everything. So because before solving, we should observe these things. Okay. Next question. A cap is shaped like a frustum of cone with radius of open side 10 cm and the radius at the upper base is 4 cm. Slant height is 15 cm. You have to find the area of the material used for making it. So the cap, which is also known as fez, okay, so it is like this. It has to be like this. This side is open. So the R1, the radius in the open side is 10, so it is 10 centimeter, and radius at the upper base is 4, that is R2 is equal to 4 centimeter, and the slant height is L is equal to 15 centimeter. So these are the dimensions given of the cap, which is in the shape of a frustum of a cone. Now this side is open, this side is open, and this side is closed. Has to be, the cap is like this. So through this, insert your head in this way. So now you have to think. So actually, this is the like the cap shape. So this side is closed, and this side is open. Through it in this way, put it. Okay. So now, what will be the area of the material used? So the area of the material used will be curved surface area of this frustum plus this top circular base. So we write. So solution, required area of material for the cap, for making the cap, is equal to CSA, curved surface area of frustum, plus top circular area, top circle area. So this we have to visualize, okay. So the formula for frustum formula will be using this pi L R1 plus R2. Now this area, this material is required, this is R2. So it will be pi R square is the area of circle, so it will be pi R2 square. So this is okay. Now we can put the values. Pi L is your 15, R1 plus R2, R1 is your 10 and 10 plus R2 is 4 plus pi R2 square, R2 is your 4, so it is 16. So now we put the value 22/7 into 15, 14 plus 22/7 into 16. So 7 cancels with this, but here no cancellation. So it is how much? 22 into 30 plus 22 into 16, 22 into 16 upon 7. Okay. So now what can I do? Either I can have to do these calculations. If I take 22 common, let's see what happens. 22 common, then it is 30 plus 16 upon 7. So in this you can do the calculations. Okay. Or I think it will be better if I, well, instead of taking common, it will not help because, okay, let's see. Okay. 10 plus 16. 22 into 2, 26 by 7. This much of centimeter square. So you do this multiplication and this calculation can be done. So what that will be the result. So main thing is that this step is most important. This step. It carries marks. So you have to visualize what area I should consider. And then writing correct formula and then calculations. Okay. So today's last question that I'll be discussing. A metallic right circular cone of 20 centimeter high. So let me draw the figure first. So here is a metallic right circular cone. Say O is the vertex and this height is given to be 20 centimeter. So this height is 20 centimeter. Okay, and this vertical angle is 60 degree. That means this total angle is 60 degree. Okay, so half the angle will be 30 degrees. So this one will be 30 degree. Why? Because these two triangles are congruent by RHS. Hypotenuses are equal. This side is common. So by RHS they are congruent. So by CPCT these two angles will be equal. So half of 60 is 30 degree. Because this angle is your 60 degree, the vertical angle. So the semi-vertical angle will be 30 degree. So this is 30 degree. So what is that then? So this cone is cut into two parts at the middle of its height. So at the middle means here, this is the midpoint. So with a horizontal plane, it is cut here. This is 90 degree. So that this one is 10 centimeter and this one is also 10 centimeter. So it is at the middle. Okay. By a plane parallel to the base. If the frustum so obtained, that means this is the frustum. This is the frustum. So if this frustum so obtained is drawn into a wire of this, that means with this frustum a wire is drawn. It is a very long wire. I have shown for, let me show break. Okay, it's very long wire. So this frustum is converted into a long wire of diameter 1 by 16. So this is your 1 by 16. 1 by 16 centimeter. So the radius of this, of the circular face will be half of the diameter, that is 1 by 32 centimeter. So these are the dimensions. Now what you have to find the length of the wire. That means you suppose let L be the length of the wire. So you have to find the L. So now you see. So according to the question, or let me write here. According to the question, the volume of frustum, that is this frustum, will be equal to volume of the wire. And this wire is nothing but a cylinder. This is a cylinder. Wire is a cylinder. Okay. So now we will be using this formula, volume formula. So the volume of frustum is 1/3 pi h. What is h now? H is your, this is your h. 10 centimeters. So it is 10 into R1 square plus R1 R2 plus R2 square. And volume of the wire is volume of the cylinder. So it is pi R square. This R is the 1 by 32. 1 by 32 whole square. and height is nothing but the length of the wire. So let the length of the wire be L. So this to be L. Okay. So this will be the thing. So pi getting cancelled. Now the thing is that values of R1 and R2 are not given here, but instead this vertical angle is given. So how we can find this R1 and R2? Now since these are right triangles and this angle is one, the acute angle is given, so obviously I will make use of trigonometry concept. So in this so I have taken this one to be R1 and this to be R2. So in this, let me give a name, say M, say this is N, and say this is say P, and say this is Q. So in triangle, right triangle OMP, this angle, if I take tan of this angle, that is tan of 30 degree, tan 30 perpendicular by base, perpendicular is your R2 and this base is your 10. This I can use trigonometry, and tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is R2 by 10. So therefore R2 is equal to 10 by root 3. Similarly, in the bigger triangle ONQ, I can write tan 30 degree is equal to, now bigger triangle is R2 is the R1 is the perpendicular, R1 and base is ON. ON is your 20. So by the same process, I will get the value of R1. Therefore, R1 is equal to 20 by root 3. So I will be using these two values here. So it is 10 by 3. R1 square will be 400 by 3. 400 by 3. R1, R2 is your 20 by root 3. R1 and R2 is 10 by root 3. R2 square will be 100 by 3. This is your L upon 32 into 32 or 32 square. So what I am getting now, so 10 by 3, and here if I take 3 LCM 400, root 3 into root 3 is 3, so it is 200 plus 100. L by 32 square, I think it will be 2 to the power 5, so it will be 1024, I think it should be 1024. So now 700, so it is 700 or 7000 by 9 is L by 1024. So from by cross multiplying we will be getting the values of L. So from this I am getting the value of L to be this into this 7000 into 1024 by 9. This much of these are in centimeter, I think. Yes, these are in centimeter. So centimeter. So now if I do the calculation, it will be something like that. The value will come out as 79. Okay. So if I do the calculation, that is, if you multiply 7 or 1024, then divide by 9 and then put 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros will be there. Then this into this by 9. If I do the calculation, it will be 796 4 796 4. Okay. 796 796.4 meter. 796.4 meter. This was in centimeter, so if I divide by 100, it will be like this, 796.44. So then lastly, oh sorry, point will be here. If it is in meter, here will be the point. So if I now convert into kilometer, it's a very long way, so it will be 7.964 kilometer. 7.964 kilometers, so that is the length of the wire. Very long way. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye.